Greetings, fellow traders. Bowen here. It's time for the Lunchtime Market Update for Thursday, June the 17th, 2021. I hope everybody's having a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check and see where we are at the market here today. So SPX, guys, in the monthly chart has finally turned red. So we're down about 11 points right now. We're getting a little bit of follow through from yesterday's irritable pal syndrome, right? The weekly chart bearish engulfing candle here so far, and tagging the McClellan Oscillator plus 100 level. So we're just kind of keeping an eye on that. Inside day below the ADMA here on the SPX intraday on the daily chart, and on the intraday, you can see here we might be working on an ABC pullback off of that rising wedge ending diagonal. Let's take a look at the SPY. Again, volume's a little bit less than yesterday here so far, but it's kind of maybe a little bit above average for this time, so we're going to keep an eye on this. One of the big things is we had our gamma flip, ended up kind of shifting a little bit here, so we broke out of the channel to the upside. Now we're back in the channel. If we end up getting below this 420 level here today, we may start to see some fireworks, right? So just a little bit of caution there into the end of the day. Let's say with the S&P futures. Now again, it was a little bit of action here this morning, right? We saw some buying activity at the open. Here we have opening candle right here about 45,000 contracts, right? So it looked like they were being serious, but again, the volatility was high today, so that wasn't really moving the options. And now we were kind of range bound here for a while, and then we got this big flush. So this is a really tricky price action day today. They came back to the scene of the breakdown from the Fed yesterday, and now they're taking it down right here. So the big thing we really want to watch is this geometric line, and then if we lose yesterday's lows and the overnight lows, we could start to see some prior VPOCs getting tested there. Let's take a look at the MES. Now again, it's going to look exactly the same, right? But we like to put our geometric lines on here. So kind of just keep an eye on this one here and see how that goes into the afternoon. And then we're obviously tracking this one here too. So that could be very interesting. The Qs, our go-to list has just been on in fuego today. I mean, just a really big push out here. It was looking like a bear flag this morning. It ended up taking out the channel and working its way up. Let's say with the IWM. So what's also interesting is the IDM is getting crushed, right? So in an ascending triangle, which we mentioned several times, that has a high probability of failure. So that ended up failing, right? So basically a geometric line breakdown right there. And the XLF with some relative weakness today. We pointed out the banks to our group this morning, and what a big down move on this one here. We'll show you guys JP Morgan, which is one of the ones we highlighted at the open today. But they very interesting stuff, right? They actually broke out yesterday on the Fed because they're like, yay, we're going to raise rates of a couple years, yay! And then they came back to the scene of the breakout right there, and like they retested it and they're like, no, we're out, right? So very interesting stuff there on that, and of course that's going to weigh heavy on the market overall. Lots of divergence today. Now tech is strong today, but I'd still be a little bit cautious going into the rest of the day and possibly into tomorrow. What's the VIX saying about the whole thing? Well, the VIX is saying, well, it was kind of left for the day, and then it's like, well, maybe I'll come back in and check things out. It's in the 15 orb range. It's kind of amazing with all the volatility is high. You expect the actual volatility index to be high, but it's kind of all over the place here today. Apple. Big move here this morning, got through our signal zones, nice push up here. Again, it's amazing actually to see this thing, what it did yesterday. We talked about this yesterday, I believe on the live stream, releasing the Twitter. We had this kind of pause here, but it kind of got countered by this outside day today yesterday, and we got this follow through to the upside. So definitely taking out some levels here on Apple. Let's take a look at Tesla. So Tesla here today, guys, pushing its way back up here a little bit. So let's see how that holds here on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the intraday. Right, so a nice push here, a little quick signal zone breakout on that one. JP Morgan, this is we pointed out the banks with relative weakness here this morning, with a good possibility of it returning to the scene of the breakout yesterday. We did that pretty quickly here this morning, so that made for a nice momentum move opportunity that we talked about on the live stream this morning in the group. We got a couple chart requests out there, so let's take a look at these. We got Bitcoin. So Bitcoin looking a little bit rough right here, guys. I'd really watch this 38,000 level to see if that ends up getting taken out, and then we might see some more downside action on Bitcoin. Shop. Wow, what a move on this name, and this is a great request right here because it just has had such an epic move. We've had members that have been swinging this one since Monday, and these things were like a 10x trade from like $9 here, from like $9 to $99. I mean, just incredible stuff. I mean, Shop with the bull flag breakout right here, increasing volume and just getting some amazing follow through on it. Tricky name, but if you can catch a good move on it, wow, what a move there. I wouldn't chase it here. Melly, looking okay. We're kind of running into the 50-day moving average in the cloud. Let's see if we can kind of maybe a couple days here can kind of get sideways through there, and then maybe get a little volume out of the that thin daily cloud. Zumba. So Zumba, yeah, we like this, right? So it's a nice move right here. A bit of a flag type formation yesterday. I'd like to see some volume here today, but a beautiful candle here off of the ADMA here on Zoom today. Again, a couple of state and open names have been pretty good, maybe because of the I don't know, Russia saying that they're having some issues with the COVID in Moscow and stuff. But Amazon, again, a big push here today, too. This is kind of a later day push, but it's been positive gamma territory today, so not surprised to see it making more follow through to the upside as they've been buying dips. The iTub, let's take a look at this one. iTube. Let's take a look here. So Ital Unibanco. Okay, interesting name right here. I'd be a little bit cautious with this one. It's kind of a penny name, but we'll see if they try to take it to the upside. It could be interesting. Gold, GLD. Let's take a look right to the 50-day moving average here, guys. Wow, yesterday. And then look what they did. They took it down lower. Incredible, incredible stuff right here. So let's see if it can hold these levels right here. This is very, very interesting move. Gold did not like the Fed news yesterday, so for whatever reason. So see if it kind of holds, can sit at this level for a little bit, maybe consolidate and try to work its way up. But I give it a little bit of time. And then Tilray. Let's take a look. Oops. Tilray. We saw a little call activity coming in on this one today. Inside day here so far below the ADMA. I'd probably wait to see if we can get above the ADMA to see if that thing wants to get going. But it tends to move just kind of in bursts and then get shortable. So I'd be a little bit cautious there. Anyway, guys, really appreciate the request, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your trading day today. We'll see you guys in the market wrap. And until then, stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game.